guys, I am back with a scrapbooking layout. I have not done a 12 by 12 scrapbooking layout in forever, so I definitely wanted to get something up for you guys. I have been missing doing these. I have done so much project life because I am quite a bit behind, and so that is kind of what I've been focusing on, but I definitely want to get back to my 12 by 12 scrapbooking because that's probably really my favorite type of scrapbooking, but I also really like the project life because I like looking through the album because it just shows a really good transition of the days and months and things like that. So that is why I love to do Project Life, but I do really enjoy the 12 by 12 scrapbooking. I feel like I can be a little bit more creative maybe with the 12 by 12 scrapbooking, probably because I have like a larger open canvas instead of the different pockets. I kind of treat the different pockets when I do pocket scrapbooking like individual scrapbook pages in a way, and it's just a very small canvas then if I do it that way. Having the 12 by 12 larger sheet gets me to do a lot more stuff, I feel like. Now, saying that, this is a grid layout, so it's very similar to a Project Life layout. So anyway, that's kind of it's kind of similar, but I feel like I still have a little more freedom. And I just showed you there that I put those cards down. They were a cut apart sheet from October Afternoon that I got in a very old Scraptastic kit. This layout is literally made using very few scraps that I had left in a Scraptastic kit. And I'm basically just using all those scraps up so I could kind of basically kill the kit with and not have any pieces left over. And I do have a few pieces left over, but it's all pieces that I can use in Project Life and other things. So anyway, to the layout, I am basically taking all of these cards and I am finding little squares to put down. So I have this grid design. I have 3 pictures of my daughter, and I did print them on my Canon Selfie in black and white because they had all various different colors in it, and I wanted to make sure it had a cohesive look. Plus, with this October Afternoon paper, I think it lends itself to a black and white photo because it is kind of a eclectic, kind of like old-fashioned kind of look. So I ended up printing all my photos in black and white, and then I'm also incorporating them in the grid layout. So I have just the 3 photos, and this is a layout about my daughter at 7 years old, and I don't really do any journaling. It's just more pictures showing, hey, this is what she looks like when she was 7. And so now I'm just kind of futzing with the different layers. I had this one paper that has all these chevrons all over it, and so I only had a few scraps of it left, so I trimmed all those down to use them as like a die cut element on the page, and it kind of takes your eyes around the page. And that's kind of how I did this. I kind of pointed, kind of like the Brady Bunch, when they look at each other on the page, these arrows kind of make your eye go around the page to look at all the different little goodies that are on each of the squares. So this is just like I said, using a little of the scraps that came from the Scraptastic kit, and most of these pieces are October Afternoon. The chevron paper I'm not quite sure of. I did have a cloud paper earlier that I trimmed out that is from Basic Gray. The chevrons, I'm not sure since I did cut all those little pieces. I don't remember which pattern that was, but maybe Bella Boulevard? I'm not sure, but it did have a really cool texture on it. So I'm just kind of futzing around with this, trying to figure out where to put things. That one yellow label there in the bottom left is a cut apart sheet from Scraptastic. And I'm very sad Scraptastic doesn't actually make scrapbooking kits anymore, which I absolutely love them. I had to cancel my subscription about a month or so ago because I'm just trying to save up some money and use my stash, but I really like their kits, so I'm kind of bummed that they're not having kits anymore because I was hoping to go back and subscribe to them at some point in time, but things happen. So moving on, I am now just going to glue everything down. So you'll see this kind of fast forwarded because it's kind of boring to watch me glue down a bunch of pieces, but I basically keep everything the same where it is now and just glue everything in place between using my Scotch quick dry adhesive and my tape runner. So now everything's glued down. I'm just going to kind of manipulate a few things to make sure it looks straight, and I did not measure this. I didn't think I needed to measure the grid. I just kind of made it as nice as possible, but it has kind of a whimsical look to it anyway, the page, so I didn't think I needed to be that precise. And I am kind of a perfectionist, but in this case it seemed to be okay not to measure. So now I'm just looking through my roller date stamps, trying to find a roller date stamp to add to that little orange flag or banner piece. And I think I'm trying to find a phrase that I like and the date. So I'm going to stamp the phrase with one of the stamps and then the date with the other. And I'm just trying to find a stamp that's going to fit in that little bitty strip there on that banner. So I use a word I think it says now and then, or here and there, I'm sorry. And then the date, which is August of 2015. And now I'm just going to take my little Wink of Stella pen and ink these couple pieces up just to bring them up a little bit more. This is Insta Love, and it is a white die cut piece that's from the Scraptastic Kit, and because it's white on white I wanted to pop it up just a little bit but not too much, so I'm just adding a little bit here and there, and then just going around on a few random pieces on the layout and adding some more of the Wink of Stella just to shine it up. I really like that wood veneer that I'm coloring in right now, and I backed it with some of the pattern paper that was in the kit so it had a little more oomph and stand out look to it. Now I'm going to use these Daily Flash stickers and write the title Shelby at 7, I think. I think that's what I write. I think I start writing something else and then I change my mind. Yeah, Shelby at 7. So I'm using a combination of the cursive font and the block font, and I really like the mix up of those two different fonts. And I think I'm getting towards the end. At this point, I am going to start looking at a few more things to embellish, and I'm going to add some of my homemade enamel dots on the page, and I just stick those down with glue dots. Oh yeah, I forgot I was going to put these arrows down. So these are some October Afternoon Daily Flash arrows, and again, just bringing your eye around the page. And I love chipboard stickers, and I do tend to hoard them just because I love them so much, because, you know, once you use them, they're gone. So I am happy to use some of these up on this layout, and again, it just kind of takes your eye around the page and it gives a little bit more dimension. I have that wood veneer in the top middle photo, so having the chipboard pieces kind of add some extra dimension to some of the other clusters. So here's where I'm adding the enamel dots on, and while I do that, I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, leave them below. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and if you have not already subscribed, I would love for you to be a subscriber of my channel. You can do that below as well. All of my links to my social media accounts, my Instagram and my Facebook page and all that is below as well. And that is pretty much it. And I want to thank all of my new subscribers that have subscribed recently. I really appreciate all your comments and your kind words about my Project Life videos. I hope you also enjoy my 12x12 videos, although infrequent and far between lately. I'm hoping to do more of these coming up because, like I said, I really do miss doing my 12x12 pages. So I hope you guys are looking forward to more 12x12 pages in the future, I hope. And I guess that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to leave you guys. I'm going to glue these little enamel dots down, and then there'll be some still shots at the end. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will talk to you again really soon. Bye-bye.